zero surprise that these two brands would reappear on the channel, but today I want to talk about their similarities and ever so thin differences. There's a certain energy to these brands. The community, it's fueled with so much passion to the craft, just as much as the founders are fueled to craft the products. And I have no doubt that any individual motivated enough to start their own brand in this niche is taking a mass amount of notes. And if they are not, they might as well not start. What am I supposed to do after watching a video like that? Sit still? Fuck no. I want to run through a brick wall, and I want to be wearing one of those slick bandit hats while I'm doing it. Because this channel isn't about consuming content as it is and straight head on, let's analyze it from all perspectives, but first of all appreciate the masterclass in branding that is going on in one, very simple story, and two, a very straightforward narrative. Bandit, as highlighted in the name, isn't a brand for luxury runners. In fact, Bandit is just a scrappy collective pushing in that last second, in that last mile, in that last race to come over the finish line or just to beat their own PR. Like so many brands we've covered on this channel, Bandit doesn't stand out among those, but it stands out in the world of so many who are just trying to get by or be a little bit better than average, and Bandit is not like that. So this video, it encapsulates everything about Bandit. Once again, I want to repeat that. It encapsulates everything about them, the products, and the brand. It is the runner who is well accomplished, but has a long way to the top. The slick black uniform that only has one word on it, as far as we can see, and that word is Bandit. And ironically, it is signaling what's about to happen. The bandit is going to steal the show. And this is the key moment to catch. It's a young brand fighting for attention, fighting for the spotlight. And they're going to fight for it, not by finishing first or signing the very top athlete. They're going to finish first in the attention economy because they're going to capture the moment. And they do this everywhere, even if it means betting on the underdog almost every single time.
Trying to challenge Jock, and he wins it! Oh, what a rally! Robbie Andrews from Virginia! He's done it!
Have faith in the Lord. Have faith in my training. Have faith in my teammates, my coach, my girlfriend. I have faith. I believe in myself. They came here to run. So did I.
That is sensational work. It is truly amazing. And most of us are underdogs when it comes to professional athletes. So it's only right that the next big boom is for underdog brands, and not those that are established for everyone and everything, led by athletes who are at the top of the game. People just want to feel that the brand is investing in their success, in the underdog, not the Bradys and not the Jordans. Those will always live on, but the next guy or the next girl down the line. All right, let's stop screwing around with the wide angle lens and let's talk about UVU, because if anyone's going to go to head with Bandit, it's going to be those guys. UVU has a special place in my heart, as you can see here by my outfit of choice, because they have created in my head and in content what I would call hashtag pain cave aesthetic. And I'm not sure what it means yet, but I think if you look at the content, you'll understand that those words are synonymous with the aesthetic that is in the content. While most brands are posting the accomplishments or the emotional climaxes, whether positive or negative, which is already a step in the right direction, UVU has shifted its niche into focusing on the process and the journey, before and after. So everything that is process-based, and I would say a good quote that fits for UVU is they truly believe in the idea of the score takes care of itself. They don't focus on the race or the event just as much as they do on the process. In fact, there are probably two moments that are just as important as the race or the event. It is all the tough training in the lead up, and it is that cold beer that you have in celebration. I guess on the other side of the cold beer is that painful failure and bouncing back, but we'll leave that for next time.
Unfortunately DNF'd at Stockholm.
UVU captures very few moments that are focused on the race itself, and again, what happens before and after, the celebrations and the tough practices. And in a great and very emotional way, they allow the customer, yourself and the audience, to consume the race in the most UVU way possible, through the products and through the emotions you'll feel wearing UVU at your biggest event, milestone, or accomplishment. Once again, UVU's on the back end of the training and the front end of the celebrations or failures with the very emotional content, but they aren't there to steal the show during the race. You are there for that, and you wearing UVU. Allow UVU to do the motivating, and those that are just getting into the sport, allow UVU to motivate them by showing how great it is to crack open a cold beer after a race. Let me move you closer, because if you've made it to this part of the video, I think you haven't just gotten to the meat. I think you've got the whole goddamn steak right here ahead of us. In 2 words, the difference between Bandit and UVU is running and brotherhood. I don't mean some higher form or some complex marketing scheme where brotherhood means some cult collective and running is very simple. It's really truly not about that. I simply mean that Bandit sells people on the lifestyle that's related to running, and UVU sells people on the lifestyle of brotherhood, of togetherness, of accomplishing things in a certain group, whether again it is brothers or sisters or friends or colleagues, whatever, people doing things together, even if it means in individual races supporting one another. If we watch Bandit content, we actually see that the individual storytelling and the stories set by themselves as singular narratives are just as strong as anything Adidas or Nike or other giants can tell. The Dialed In series on their YouTube is an exact portrait of that sort of content and that storytelling. So let's run it.
15 degrees didn't feel that cold.
4.8 miles in 7:12.
And my ability to handle the marathon, I've done consistent workouts.
That's why the preparation is so important, to prepare you for those decisions and being able to make the best decision possible.
But I do have a question for the content, and maybe it is a problem for me, but almost all of that content is focused entirely, again, on a linear story, on individuals going from A to Z or A to B and whatever from start to finish, which is great, but it doesn't feel like it's enough for myself, and I think for many audiences. It sort of falls in line with cool people doing cool things in cool places with other cool people, which is cool, and just that. Now, if we shift to UVU, and we're shifting here not for comparison's sake, whether one is better or the other, but for the sake of analysis, UVU is a core cast in its content, but there's very limited light and showcase and spotlight to the personalities of these individuals. Some of them, I mean, we don't even know their names. You might find out who these guys are, what they live about, what brands they might own, what they're passionate about, but UVU's account never mentions them specifically, or very rarely gives them props for who they are outside of making these efforts and being part of the collective. The term that actually comes to mind, and I was thinking about Ryan Gosling's recent movie, is they're like stuntmen. They are stuntmen in this ambitious and dark movie that we are coming to watch again and again in a very short form. Yes, we do see elements of personality in different pieces of content. However, it is only there to support the mood and almost like an ambient sound of the piece. I think UVU is about the hard effort with the boys or the girls, the post-race beer with the crew, and the sound and sight of hard effort with everyone you love and admire.
We don't live for blood, sweat, and tears and all that other bullshit. This is just the thread that sews us all together. And the requirements, just some good energy and optimism.
I guess we only have two options to pray for. Bandit continues the Dialed series and expands to other series on YouTube or Instagram that is a little bit more focused on long form stories, and UVU ups their posting rate or goes to YouTube and follows Bandit's example. But option 2 is the better one, and option 2 is to empower ourselves and shift from consumer to producer. And that's what I've tried to do as I've started this channel. It's just about starting somewhere and letting the content lead you in a certain direction. I've posted vlogs, I've posted sit down reactions on this channel, I've posted shorts, and now coming to, I think, form with these mini documentary videos and reviews. You find a way and you up the quality every single time, but only, again, if you shift your mindset from consumer to producer. And the consumption that remains is that of motivation, inspiration, and aspiration for yourself and for others. All these brands are great inspirers for me and for many that I know. So I hope they serve as inspiration for you as well. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, if you've been enjoying the other videos, please do click the like and subscribe button. We're pushing to 5,000 subscribers. That's the dream. I don't know yet why. I don't know what to tell you, but that's the dream. And if you can help me out, that would be highly appreciated. Again, hope you enjoyed the video and the analysis, and I'll see you soon. Someone open up for me, please. Open up for my camera.